Following Christ. Following Christ. What does it mean to follow Christ? Have you ever wondered what it really means to be normal? You know, in our world, we have so many different definitions of what normal actually is. People tell you that there's no true definition of the word normal, so whatever I believe or whatever I do should be considered okay because there's no definition of normal. I used to agree with that many years ago. But after actually reading the Bible, studying the Bible, and asking God to help me understand things in practical and simple ways, I can't agree with that. The only way for us to know what normal is to look at heaven's standard. Following Christ. You know, I chose that name for my YouTube channel years ago, not really understanding to the in-depthness of what it means to follow Christ. You know, the Bible gives us an example of what normacy is in heaven's eyesight. You look at the chapter and verse in Luke chapter 9, verse 23. Christ says that if any man would come after me, he says, let him take up his cross, not once, not a couple of times, but daily, he says, and come after me. So it has to be a daily thing that we have to pick up our cross and deny ourselves and follow after Christ. And what does that mean or entail exactly? If we look at the life that Christ lived, selfless, he was always amongst the people as one who sought their good. He didn't try to do the things like the world because he was not of the world. He wasn't like the world. He was different. You know that the main important thing in life is to obtain love, to love other people, because that's heaven's standard. Other-centered love. Giving of oneself to someone else or for others is heaven's golden standard. And if we are to be like Christ, that's the example of normacy that he has laid out for you and me, my brothers and sisters. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21 says that Christ has left us an example of how we ought to do things, suffering. You know, the cross itself actually emblems suffering and shame. That's why he says to deny ourselves, because the cross is the emblem of suffering and shame. So that means in order for us to be like Christ, we have to be willing to be ashamed of how the world is going to view us. We have to be willing to be be ashamed and to not worry of what the world is going to think about us. Because people are going to mock and ridicule you if you follow Christ. They are going to laugh. They are going to put you to an open shame. That's why he says to bear that cross and come after him, because that's what he was willing to do. That's what heaven was willing to do for you and me. That is how you and I, my friends, become normal. If you want to be normal, you will never find normacy in the world. Normacy is only found in following Christ. And that, my friends, is a truth that is stranger than fiction. I pray that you would like and share this. Leave some comments below. If you have any questions, just tell us what you think about it. If you're looking for normacy, you're only going to find it in Jesus, nothing else. I pray, my friends, that you are richly blessed. But it's time to wake up.